Well, there is a definite chill in the Northern California air, Coach, but still a wonderful afternoon for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, Black 25. 56. Hey, I'm coming.
Winston now to throw on first down. He finds his man Johnson. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. The Cardinals last year, of course, struggled 3-13, but 2 of their 3 wins came against these 49ers. In fact, the Cardinals had beaten the Niners 8 consecutive times. Last time San Fran beat Arizona was 2014, and remember, these are clubs that meet twice a year. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now left side on the swing pass. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays. Working out of the gun, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 31 yards there and a first down.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and very short, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go.
2nd and 5 now. Winston. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And some room to work. And he cuts right side. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Gold with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gold to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like when we talk about the defensive backs.
Tyler Eifert, he's at the 30, 20. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Here we go, even. He's checked it.
Jameis now on first down. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Larry Fitzgerald, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He was taken down by Cassius Marsh. Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo. The 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Partner, I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
Well, they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that allows him sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
13.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On the toss play, this is Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Winston. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
Right there.
From the 45 on second down, Winston nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready? White 25. Switch up. Switch up.
To throw, Winston. Screenplay, Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Winston now. His throw incomplete. The veteran Brandon Marshall, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Winston. And able to find Kirk complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First down, Winston. Now he's got it. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now here's Winston as his guys will line up and go for the 2-point conversion. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. What do you need?
Garoppolo on first down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, ball's out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let him know, let him know.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They run again with Breida. Room here to run. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 22.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This is Breida. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On third down, a run from Breida. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Kill. Turn. Kill my neck.
Third and short yardage. Winston. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going. It's Winston. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On 1st down, Drake. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready. Watch 25. Check. Watch 54. Watch the follow.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Here's Breida.
You ain't going nowhere.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Here we go. 21.
On 2nd down and 4. Garoppolo dancing to his left. Completes it to Coleman. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 1st down, it's Coleman, and he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. after the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but And Winston lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It's a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They run with Breida, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo. And he rifles one incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go counter with Breida. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And Gould is able to put it through, and that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. To try again after the sack. Winston, open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Jameis to throw it. And an alley to run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. They go play action here on first down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Past the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the red zone now, Winston. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tyler Eifert, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.